Right, so here's the situation. Front washer pump is not working. Rear washer pump is not working. Fluid is full, or almost full, because last time I've poured it, it came up to the top. And unfortunately, both pumps are gone. We're talking about around 160,000 kilometers. So yeah, apparently they just break at that mileage. So yeah, we'll be doing that, and hopefully they'll be working after. All right, so this is how you can see that the fluids are not working. So if I press on the front one, nothing's coming out. If I press on the back one, nothing's coming out either. So yeah, that's basically it. None of them are working. So going into more detail, there are some bolts that are important to remove. So basically I'll be removing all this part here, all the plastics. I have to remove that bolt there, I think, or something like that. Then I need to remove the bumper holders, which are basically located here. And then I'll have to remove two screws, which one is behind this part here. And yeah, that should be it. Oh yeah, and then one should be here down. I'll look at it later, a bit closer. So I've just removed the wheel, and as you can see, this is from my previous job. It was really easy to remove the wheel. Now we need to remove this entire arch well, right? This one, I don't think it's necessary. This one here, we need to remove. Now, these here are the ones that are a bit tough. I'm not sure how they work. I've seen people like punching them out, like the center. But yeah, I don't know. I'll start removing these ones, the ones that I can. I've already removed the cover at the top, and I'll start working here. All right, so I've removed these are, I think, what was it, let me check here. We have 10 millimeters. Yeah, so these ones that have the threads out, they are 10 millimeters. The ones that don't have threads, like for example this one, actually already has like a screw. Those are what, 8 millimeters, right? So, and then I talked about this before, right? So how did I do it? I used my prying tool because it has like a sticky end, and I first inserted and then hammered it a bit. And after that, I used this small hexagonal key and also shoved it in a bit. I'm gonna show you. And then I just kind of finished the job with a hammer. With a hand is a bit hard, but I've already removed this one. This one. When I'll remove the panel, I'll later fetch it from down here so I can reapply it again back. So yeah, just wanted to show you, this is how I'm removing this. So it's already bumped in like the plastic bit. I'll just put this over here and lift it up a bit, as you can see, right? And now I'll just try to pry it up like this a little bit. Just be careful not to break it, because I really want to reuse it. And then whenever I manage to fetch it out a bit, I'll just put it in. I'll be doing this with my two hands now, but I'll show you in a second. So this is what I meant here. I'll try to grab it from underneath and kind of just use the pry tool to remove it. And carefully so I don't break it, because when I reuse it, I didn't buy extras. So yeah. You see? And then just pull slowly and gently so it doesn't break. All right, now it has gripped pretty well. Yep. And then it just comes out. So there it is. That's how it looks. So after removing multiple bolts and all of that, I actually had to remove I don't know, 5 additional screws at the bottom. Then I had to remove that one there. But yeah, finally the wheelie arch is out, and holy shit, there's a lot of dirt. Anyway, I'll continue. By the way, about those pins, those black pins. So there's two of them here. I don't know if you can see it. And then should be another one somewhere there. But basically, yeah, so that white ball there has to be removed. And this is the water reservoir. As you can see, it's full. So, yeah, we'll go about it. I'll pick up those two pins so I can put them back into these things here. So I don't need to buy new ones because, I mean, they're okay. So, yeah. All right, so I've picked up these little thingies. This is how they look. Now I have to remove this part here to access some bolts underneath. And yeah, by the way, I forgot, but this is how I remove them. So I have this pry tool. I basically put it underneath here. And then just gently pull it up. Oh, shit. So that one actually popped out, but the other one did not. So I'll have to remove this one by myself. But yeah, basically it's similar to the other ones, to the smaller ones, but just in a bigger format. All right, so as you can see, the side panel is being held by this bolt, right? The one below that I've shown you over there. And then I think there should be one in the door somewhere, as I said before. Behind this part here, behind this weather stripping, which I'll check in a second. Yeah, right, so I found it. If you can see, there it is. Right, so it's right by the weather stripping. So that's the third big bolt. And then I think the last one is the one that's holding to the bumper. Let's see if we can see it from underneath. Yeah, that one. So if we look there, this one here. So this should then release the wing, because I don't see any other bolts holding it in place. Right, so the bolt I was talking about actually is right there, okay? Yeah, so that's where it's hidden. All right, so I decided to actually remove this plastic because it makes easier to work on. Basically, I can easily access those bolts and all of that. So, I mean, it's just, you know what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts or something. These ones are stitched together, so I mean, doesn't really matter. So, I mean, what, just when I have made it for work and the job gets easier. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and remove it. Right, so wheel arch removed, and then let's see, we have this bolt here to be removed and the bumper. So now it shows a bit easier what we need to remove here. All right, so that's basically it. All right, so another freaking tricky part. I've removed all the bolts, as you can see. The panel is loose, but, and this is a big but, I was thinking that I could remove the panel only by, so this is like some tabs that you just squeeze it in, like here, and just lift it up. But I forgot about this piece of shit. So, yeah, like to access it, I'll need to remove this lower panel. And I'm not sure if I want to do it. I mean, it should be easy, but anyway, let's continue and I'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, basically what I did was I inserted a pry tool here and I just continued pressing in those there. It's not as deep as it looks. It's probably what, 15 centimeters, something like that. So yeah, anyway, let's continue. So after many attempts, this is how I managed to do it. I removed some of the bolts below to make it easier, so I can try to open. But yeah, I had to put the plastics back in, snap it in. But yeah, so this is the way to go. Put it in and just slowly ratchet it. I don't have many teeth on this ratchet, but I mean, I have to go this way. So yeah. All right, so after much prying, I removed the panel and now I can get up to this. So there are a couple of ways people usually do. Instead of removing the panel, they kind of remove the tube, squeeze it out. I mean, it's just a messy job. And I just try to prefer it to this way because, I mean, yes, I was learning a bit as I was going, but at the same time, it's just cleaner to work it like this, you know. You have easy access to everything. You don't spill as much. I mean, yes, I'll spill a bit when I'll remove this, but at max, that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, I'll go about switching these two. So this is what I bought. I bought 2 filters. I think one of them should be open, no? Anyway, let me check this. So 1 filter, I bought 2, and then pumps. They do not match exactly in the look of it, but I think they'll go in anyway good, so shouldn't be any issues. So yeah, this is the mess that it creates. Because unfortunately it was full for me. Yeah. So I'll just wait while it empties, and then I'll remove this pin. I'll remove this one. Yeah, and then I'll add just some distilled water to see if it works, and that's basically it. So the left one is original from BMW, and the middle one is the one from Febi, and to the right is also from Febi. Yeah, I need to double check which one is the rear and the front. That's the only thing I need to double check. But yeah, the middle one and the left one are similar. The one to the right is a bit different, but I think it should still go in well, because you know the entry is still the same, the diameter seems to be the same. The only difference is this clip here, perhaps bigger, but it should work. So these are the original filters. I mean, they seem to be in good shape. I'll probably just need to wash them or something, but yeah, they don't seem to be in bad shape, so I'll probably reuse them. Because you see they're half rubber, half aluminum, and this is entire plastic, and the mesh here at the bottom seems to be a bit finer, so I think I'll just reuse the original ones. Actually, they look pretty good. Yeah, they're not cracky or anything, so yeah, I'll just wash them and reuse them. So what I did was grab a multimeter, I don't know. Yeah, so basically I just want to check continuity. What that means is I want to see that if I connect both cables, if there is a current, or if there's signal, the multimeter will beep. This will mean that the cables are okay and just the pumps need replacement. So if I put it in here, this way, like, phone is a bit difficult, but yeah, challenging. Anyway, let's try doing it with one hand. Ooh, okay. All right. Let's try to put it here somehow. I don't know. And then I'll just insert one here. Yeah, no, it's gonna be tough. But yeah, basically, trust me, I've tested it and it beeps. Because mine are, I don't know, maybe like this will work. Yeah, tough. Yeah, so here it's beeping. So yeah, basically it's the same for this. This one here is the sensor. I think is the water level sensor. This has been working. I don't think it's worth testing. So yeah, I'll just replace the pumps, put in some distilled water and just see if it works. If everything works, I'm done, and I just need to pack up the car, and that's basically it. Okay, so after some testing, I asked my wife to help me out here. I wanted to figure out which one is the front one, which one is the back one. So what I did was I used my multimeter and asked her to turn on the front wipers with the washers, and then the rear ones. This one showed 12 volts and this 8 volts. So I assume that perhaps, since it's just one jet at the back, it's just 8 volts. This is the rear and this is the front one, because usually when the car is low on washer fluid, it just doesn't, like, the pump stops pumping. So I assume this is the one that starts working first, and this the front one is still working. So this should be the front one, this should be the back one. So yeah, let's go connecting and testing it. So Both motors are here. Absolutely no issues. They fit well. Putting them on is just a little bit, you know, just feel a little bit with it. But so I just need to put this harness here. But yeah, so I just tested the front motor and it works. Can hear. So that's the front one. The back one is not working because it has a safety mechanism. If it has like below a threshold of liquid, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna put the rest of the washer liquid I have, and then I'll put some distilled water, and if everything works, I'll just buy a new one and fill it up. All right, so I just added water up to this sensor because I think this is a threshold sensor. If it goes below the sensor, the rear pump stops working for safety. So yeah, let's give this a try. So the front one, yep, squirting. Back one seems to be working. The rear one, I mean, the engine is working, but there's no water coming. Maybe it has to pump a bit. Let's see. No, I don't see anything coming out. Let's check it out. Okay, so my bad. Actually, water started coming out. I think it's just that the pump needs some time to start pumping the water, because if you look at the back, it's coming out now. So everything's working. Awesome. Oh man, this is awesome. Okay, so basically now it's just a reverse process, and should be done. Oh yeah, and about the white bolts, the one that actually hold the wing, there's actually quite a lot of them. So one over here by the door, the other one by the windshield, then another one here over there, and then you have one here holding it in. And then you, I mean, yeah, the white ones don't count for here, so, but yeah, this one joins the bumper with the wing. Yeah, so I'll just go about the reverse process. I think the entire disassembly and assembly part, I think this is the hardest one, mainly because if you want to have good access, you have to remove like the entire row of bolts, and you can easily manage it. And I'm like, yeah, it's not easy for me, and I don't want to be bothered. But yeah, man, this is the job. So all done. So I'll just assemble everything. All right, so panel in place. Yeah, so this one was a pain in the ass to do, because I had to remove some additional, I think 2 of the other screws. Had to open this up, I had to lay down, see how it fits and all of that. So it was a freaking nightmare, to be honest. But yeah, so the panel is back, rock solid. Just need to touch the bumper, the bumper screw, then reattach all the covers, and that's basically it. I'm done. And then I'll go and wash the car, so because it's a bit dirty from all the oil and stuff. So yeah. All right, so at this point, this bolt is in place that connects the bumper to the wing. This one is not tightened, I think, but the rest of them are. So I'll just tighten this up and start one by one with those. And yeah, I don't know, a bit more, and I'll be done. All right, so this side is done. So here it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if I haven't counted that one. Yeah, so this side is done. Now I'll just put up the other side. The only, like, these ones are easy. This is the easy part. The hard part is actually down here, these suckers here. I mean, it's not hard, but you know, you gotta bow down, you gotta look it up and make sure you make it correct. So yeah, anyway, the bolts are organized and everything's organized, so it should be quick to do this. All right, so back to the last part. So this is how this will work. I won't be able to show this on video, but you kind of tighten this up, put it in, and then push the pin so it's flush. I need 2 hands for this. I can't do this. own hand, but yeah, this is what I'll be doing. I'll show you the result when I'm done putting one at the least. Right, so here it is. I'll just hold this one like this, and since I don't want to use a hammer, I'll just use a pry tool to push this in. Perhaps I'll actually use a hammer. Oh, it's quite hard. I'll just use a hammer and softly put it in. All right, so I was not able to film it because I had to grab the plastic so it doesn't go inwards and then hammer it. I mean, quite gently. It goes really well. So yeah, so that's flush. Everything's bolted down. Just need to put on the plastic, put on the weather shield, put on the wheel, and yeah, clean up this mess. So almost done, guys, almost done. All right, so putting this in is quite easy. It's basically the same as the other ones down there. You put it in, press it in. The only thing I didn't show, which I forgot to show you, was this one here. There's some weather stripping. I think that has to go behind or in front, I don't recall, but I'll check it out. Yeah, but basically it's 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's it. Right, so this is the correct way to insert them, right? So it's actually, the pin is above the rubber, which is above the plastic. Right, so the plastic is the last one, then the rubber, then the pin. I think you can see it there, right? So yeah, you basically just press it in now, and it should lock in. I'll give it a tap with a hammer, just to make sure that everything is in there. But yeah, that's basically it. All right, so it's in place. I just need to check how to put it, but basically this is the correct way. It should go under. Unfortunately, it does create some spacing here, which I didn't want it to, but anyway. So yeah, everything's in place. Now I'll put back the wheel, and it should be done. So the wheel is on. I'll lower the car, tighten it, because it's just, you know, hand tight. And then we are done. Project success. All right, so just to show you, so front washer jets. There we go. And the rear ones, all working. So project complete, guys. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.